here we go. Julann, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
And yeah, we're going to talk about 2030 Fast Track, which you completed not too long ago. Why don't you share your initial results real quick, and then I'll ask you about, why you started. So in the first 30 days...
I lost 19.2 pounds.
Nice.
Just shy of that 20. Just a little bit shy of that 20.
Yeah.
But the most amazing part was 28 3/4 inches.
Wow.
So my husband told me that was a yardstick.
Nice.
Yeah, that it was a yardstick.
That's awesome.
And it was weird because Sean told me it was the first time she had ever measured somebody who lost weight in their neck.
Yeah.
And we don't think of our neck. I mean, we don't think of our necks.
Right.
Kind of thing. But yeah.
So your before and after pictures were pretty different then.
They were really different.
Yeah.
They were really different.
Awesome.
So I'm down 5 pant sizes. So that's exciting. And there's so much health. There's so much health issues to it that it's just amazing. Amazing.
Do you want to get into that too? Some
of
your health benefits?
Sure.
Yeah, go right ahead.
I'm off my CPAP machine. And I am off my blood pressure medication. And it's still low. At times it's kind of too low, but I had high blood pressure, and so too low to me, so I'm monitoring it, every day. And so I'm off that. And I'm off the cholesterol medication.
Wow.
Yeah, all 3 of those. And I have one more medication I'm on, and that's going to have to require my annual June blood work in order for her to determine that medication, which is like levothyroxine, I think.
Right.
So,
hypothyroidism.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of that would be a blessing because that would then take me off all my medications.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That would be awesome. That would be really
to get
awesome.
off the blood pressure meds and the cholesterol ones.
Oh my
You
gosh.
just kind of work with your doctor on doing that?
Yeah. And the CPAP machine, because she told me I either had to come in and do the whole test over again, or I just had to monitor my sleep for like 2 weeks and see on my Fitbit kind of what kind of sleep I was getting. But I was getting real restful sleep, and that's the other health benefit is you sleep like a dream on this 2030 plan because I had no trouble ever going to sleep. And the only time I was getting up in the middle of the night was using the bathroom.
Right.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. So it was exciting.
Good. Has that improvement in your sleep had a positive impact on your energy too?
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah. Much more energy throughout the day. Much more energy. I'm back at the gym 3 days a week. And so that was a huge step for me because along with the 2030 plan, I also had some issues going on with joints and knees and that kind of thing.
Right.
And so I had so much inflammation in my body that that has gone down a tremendous amount. Tremendous.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Great. So everything's just better.
Better. Yeah.
And then I know we're shooting this video a little while after you had finished the first 30 days. So now you're doing the coaching with Sean, which is a continuation.
Yes.
How long have you been doing that then? So
3 weeks.
Okay.
3 weeks.
So you're just 3 weeks past the 30 days.
Yep. And so in 3 weeks, I lost another 10 pounds. So today was my 30-pound goal.
Yes.
Not goal. No, not goal. My 30-pound...
It's a benchmark.
Benchmark. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you're 30 pounds down.
Yeah, 30
nice.
pounds. So,
did Sean do your measurements lately?
Not lately.
Okay.
She said we'll get to that, but not lately.
Perfect.
So
I can always do them for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. 30 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you. All the other health stuff still going your way, obviously. Medications are going, all that good stuff.
Let me back up a second. The 2030 plan was like going to kindergarten. And it was like all the things that you were going to teach me that I never knew before, and you taught me how to eat and what to eat and told me how to eat, and and those were just awesome because that's what kind of gets you jump started and going and that kind of thing. And when you get done with the 2030 plan, if you're not at your goal weight it was kind of like I was ready to leave kindergarten, but I needed like first, second, and third and fourth grade. Like, I needed to continue on my little path.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you kind of got the foundational, fundamentals.
Yes.
Now you're just building off of it now.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The knowledge was just amazing. Along with the weight loss, the knowledge was just amazing that we would gain every week from you.
Awesome.
Just awesome. I mean, you would tell us little things like throw away all the old clothes.
Right.
Well, so I went through my closet. I did 20 bags, and I'm not a clothes person. I'm really not a clothes person. But I did 20 bags of summer and winter things so that I can never go back. I mean, if I go back, I'm going to be walking around Spokane naked because it feels really good to know that
Yeah.
I don't have that stuff sitting in my closet now as backup.
Yeah.
I don't want that. Because this I felt at 73-ish as my last hurrah, kind of.
Right.
I needed to get this done. I'm not 40, 30, 40. I needed to get, and I wish I would have done this when I was 30 or 40 or 50.
Right.
But I kept losing, gaining more than I was losing, that vicious circle.
Right.
So
obviously you've been through a lot of ups and downs, like a lot of people have, trying to lose weight, like you said, gaining, losing, regaining, all that stuff. Do you feel like this time around, is it going to be different, or is this, are you, what's your prediction?
My prediction is I hope it's going to be mind changing, a whole new lifestyle. For me, it has to be a whole new lifestyle.
Right.
And then the nice thing about it is I needed somebody to kind of tell me what to eat, when to eat it, all those good things about it. And then now being able to add slowly things back in, but being able to tie that along with your health. So that if I added that yogurt back in and suddenly I broke out in a rash or I had trouble breathing or, coughing, whatever, I could relate back to that food instead of just building up that inflammation again in my body, kind of. So that was awesome.
So in other words, it's not just about the weight
No,
right now. It's
no.
about how it affects your health.
Right, and how I make it now more of a permanent lifestyle that you can live with.
Lifestyle.
A lifestyle that you can live with. Because we all know that we go out to dinner or we go to a friend's house or we go sample wine at a winery. I mean, we have all those things in our lives that, that happen.
Yeah.
So how do we fit that into this new lifestyle? How do we make all of this work and come together? And that's what No Diet Plan, and I've been on them all. You name it, I've done it. Yeah. But no, they helped you kind of lose the weight, but they never told you how you were going to keep it off and how you were going to change your lifestyle. No word ever of lifestyle.
Right.
I didn't hear lifestyle until I came here.
I know, which is funny because when you come here, we talk about it incessantly.
It's all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because again, you were looking for permanent results,
yes.
not just with weight, but with health.
Yes. Right. Yes. Or little things like, go out and tell people. Go out and tell. Well, nobody ever told me to tell. I was too embarrassed to tell people.
Yeah.
I didn't want to tell people because what if you fail? Mm-hmm. What if you fail? And I have the friends. We talked about, what do we call the friends who kind of don't mean to, but sabotage our plan. I have friends like that who don't mean to, but have that little piece of cake, or you can eat that donut, or you can do those things. And I know they don't mean it, but they've seen me lose and gain and lose and gain.
Right. And that's where the lifestyle component becomes so strong.
Yes.
That you have to learn about these things.
Yes.
That are potentially going to derail you.
Yes.
And you can see them coming. And even if you see them coming, you still might get hit once in a while. So how do you recover? How do you get back on?
And it's okay to say no.
Right.
Or be more assertive. You're going out to that restaurant. Well, be more assertive. You would like to have it cooked this way. Or, could you leave this sauce off of it? And, So,
yeah. Does food still taste good, or are you suffering over there? I mean, you seem pretty happy, but, for all the folks that say, well, I could never do that because I've got to have this food, I've got to have that food. Like, are you dying over there?
No.
Or?
No, no, and I wasn't dying. About the first week was hard because you're taking the sugar out of your body. That week is hard, and it doesn't make any difference which diet plan you're on. We've all had the headaches, and we've all had this, and we kind of know that it's kind of, to me, and I'm food must be like what alcohol is to an alcoholic. I mean, you become addicted to food, and then it must be probably not the withdrawals of what this alcoholic person might have, but still you have the sugar or the fat or the starches and that kind of thing. So especially when we were able to figure out, along with all the wonderful recipes that we got, to not make it monotonous. Because I didn't want to eat the same thing for dinner as I just had for lunch. Not that great big huge salad again. You have to reset your mind so that you can do different things. So there's some things I still crave, and I can't wait till I have them. But if I have them now and know that I can't eat, and learning that portion control again, sort of, that I can't eat 3 cups of pasta for dinner, I gotta scale it back. I have to learn to scale it back. And I think that's the lifestyle of people who are thin. I think that's their lifestyle. I just don't. I never had any thin people in my life that I watched to see what to see what they're doing and what they're,
Which is, I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's one of the biggest parts about when you get into coaching, is that you still have access to other people who are coaching as well. Small groups or individuals who are saying, we're all doing the same thing, and we're all facing similar challenges, and that most of our close friends aren't really trying to do what we're doing.
Right.
So inadvertently, they don't really want to do what we're doing.
Right. Right.
So a big part of it, that's great. But I always love when people talk about the food, and they come to the meetings, around week 2 or 3, and say, the food tastes good.
It does taste good.
It does taste
good.
It
does taste good.
Once you can detox a little bit, real food starts.
And it seemed to be like maybe that 3rd week or so, you're really not hungry. You're not. Those cravings have now disappeared or gone away or whatever, and you're not. You don't have those cravings anymore. At least I didn't.
Totally. And then people say, gosh, I'm not even hungry.
Right.
It's like, well, great.
Right.
And that's the thing, too, is if you are hungry, then I'll tell you to eat more, because you're losing weight without starving.
Or each week we would say, oh my gosh, we could have pretzels now. Pretzels. Yes. And it wasn't because I, wanted to OD on pretzels. It was just, I wanted that crunchy, crunchy thing, in my life. So,
Awesome. Well, just to kind of recap, you mentioned you've been on every diet on the planet. Sounds like this is going to be different for you. What's your kind of final piece of advice to the person who's in your situation who says, this is just another diet, I've tried it, it's a roller coaster, I don't want to do it, I don't want to cut out foods that I love. Like, what would you say to get them to take the plunge?
Well, the other thing, too, that this was the first time in my life that I could relate weight to a health issue. Because when I started coming here and started coming to physical therapy, everybody, the gals here would say, in a nice and kind way, if you lost weight, you could take this pressure off your knees. You could take this pressure off your joints. And I knew it in my head. People had told me that before, and you read about it and all of that kind of thing. But the first time that I put weight and health issues together, and now it's, some people suffer from diabetes or this or whatever, but now I was having all this stiffness, inflammation, and joint problems related to, or I could make it better with weight loss.
Yeah.
So they have to jump in. They just have to jump in and get started. Yeah. And make it through the first couple of weeks, because that first couple of weeks, it's hard.
Yeah.
But it's hard on any diet. It's hard.
Right.
I mean, when you go from eating 5,000 calories a day to whatever we were doing those first couple of weeks, 800,
Yeah.
700,
It's closer.
something like
It's
that.
actually closer to 1,600. Yeah.
The first week?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. With the lunch, dinner, small breakfast, and
Well,
two
that's true.
snacks. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I've learned is to eat the 3 meals.
Right.
So that I don't get to that lunchtime and suddenly realize that I am starving and now I'm going to consume 5,000 calories for lunch.
Yeah. Yeah.
People just have to jump in. They have to.
Well, I love what you said. I think that's one of the biggest takeaways is if you can start to equate your weight with not just your weight but your health.
Yes.
Like you said, you've got less joint pain, you
Yes.
sleep better, you have more energy, you're off your CPAP, you're off your blood pressure meds, you're off of your
Yep.
cholesterol meds.
Yep.
I mean, compound that health over the next 5, 10, 20
Right.
years. It's massive.
Like I said, I wish I would have been able to do it when I was 40.
Yeah.
And maintain it so that I had a longer lifespan
Yep.
in good health.
Well, a lot of it's reversible. They say
Exactly.
that old saying about the best time to plant a tree was 40 years ago, and the second best time is today.
Is today.
Yeah, so you're planting today.
Yeah.
So nice job.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. You are awesome.
You're welcome.
Thank you so
You're
much for
welcome.
sharing your story.
Okay.
I hope it helps inspire other people to
Oh, I hope so.
improve their health.
I
And
hope so.
Of course, in the video, I'll leave links and stuff. People want to reach out and get started, they can. So thank you so much.
Okay. Good job.
All right.
Thank
Thanks.
you.